I think actually it's been a very good day so far. And it's great because we have, of course, talked many times to Sander Sondaal from Ricoh Europe, but we have picked different topics, a little bit about the machines, a little bit about the market, quite a lot about partnerships. And now I'm going to talk to Sander as the last interview today about the market for Ricoh, but also for inkjet in general. So Sander, we are now here in front of a VC70,000,
correct,
which you also have supplied to realistic print, right?
yes.
Not bad, isn't it?
No, it's good. No, you see, I think Realistic Print is one of a very nice examples of companies who capture the opportunity in the changing market. So really you see that online is growing. Realistic Print is a big online printer. And in order to fulfill those online orders, you need to have digital equipment. And in a variety, you know, the continuous feed really serves, let's say, the longer run length and the shorter run length are now being served by the Z75, but also our 9200 series, which are also present in this facility.
If we take let's say, a little bit broader perspective of the market, I was just thinking that, again, as I mentioned in the previous interview, you visit a lot of different companies, and obviously I guess that you first and foremost meet customers that are, or prospects that are interested in Ricoh technology. Is there a denominator for what types of company that are the first movers in the market now?
Yeah, I would say companies who look into the future and are willing to adopt and change and embrace change. But also, yeah, and with that respect are innovative. But also looking not just to do it on their own, because I think in the changing environment and changing world, it is important to do it together and kind of co-innovate and create new solutions together, because it's difficult to do it all on your own. So companies who embrace change are innovative, but also are looking for partnerships and open up. I think those are the companies typically who are going to be very successful in the future.
But I was also thinking, because if you mentioned yourself that at this facility here they have the 9200 series, right, or 9 series from Ricoh as well. And I was just wondering, is the people that are actually looking into your technology, is that like people that go from, let's say, a digital toner-based environment into like larger volume, or is it transactional print that goes into books and a higher quality, or is it offset printing companies coming into the digital? I mean, I was just trying to understand who is actually looking for this specifically.
Yeah, and that question is difficult to answer, because I think it's a mixture of all. I think people who are in transactional typically don't go outside. They might go into a direct mill a little bit, so that could be. But really, transactional printers is kind of a different way of working. But I think for the rest, indeed, like you said, offset companies who need to supply shorter run length, do it cost efficient, are going to go more into digital. It could be that the first step is, let's say, a cut sheet toner device as the first step into it. It could also be that they say, no, that's not productive enough. We're going to want to go in high-speed inkjet. So it really depends a little bit on the entrepreneur in the company, where they want to go and how they want to grow their business, and probably also a little bit depending on their customers, where maybe an initial request is, and yeah, how to serve best those questions in the market.
Last week you and I did an online interview because you sold the first VC80,000 to Sattler Media, and I think it was also a nice story, because they come from, let's say, the web offset and from cut sheet Heidelberg machines in the, let's say, in the direct mail segment and catalog segment, thing like that. That is a kind of a transactional printer that actually moved, right?
Yeah, I would not say it's really transactional, but it's like you said, it's direct mail. It's a lot of data, so they used to work with a lot of data, which is also kind of a competence on its own to work with that data. So yeah, I think ideally with digital, the big advantage is that every print can be unique. So either you do short run, you can make it data driven. You know, if you order online, usually if I order online, I just order what I need. So typically, you know, it's really on demand printing. And this is really, I think, a big advantage of digital printing versus traditional analog printing.
If you look at Ricoh in Europe, I mean, you're obviously one of the major suppliers in the European market. I guess that you're represented in all European countries, more or less, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was just thinking that if you talk about the market and the opportunities, and we spoke about identifying prospects and customers like this, do you feel that the let's say the printing companies today are more adaptive to digital print than they used to be maybe before the COVID, or?
Yes, I would say so. And I'm not sure if COVID has a big impact on it, but I think COVID changed the market space, but yes, companies are very adaptive. I think they see the opportunities. I think where in the past maybe print quality was a question mark, is that good enough, acceptable for the customers? I think everybody accepts it. You know, print quality is by definition, it's acceptable for the end client. So I think end clients are also looking very much more for the opportunities. So I think we have today much more conversations with our clients about how to enter the market, how to grow the market, what conversations could they have, than talking about really about technology. Technology should be it should be a tick in the box, but it's not how you differentiate. You differentiate more with your business development services, the workflow, to make sure everything is automated nicely. Because if you get a lot of small orders in, you need to process them. So it impacts your business, how you operate. And this is really where most of the conversations are about today with companies, to make sure, you know, they can fulfill the market, not only technology, but in the whole scope of their operations.
Some years ago, Ricoh, I think as maybe one of the very few companies in the industry, decided to really help customers also on the business side with the developer programs. You know, that was it Edge or was
the Edge program?
Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
And I was just thinking that I mean, I take that when you start something like that, you have probably close to no ideas where it will take you.
No.
But now you have like 4 or 5 years of experience. Where has it taken you?
Well, it's taken it to a lot of interesting areas. So I think what you see is that customers really value how we can help them. And I think the big advantage of Ricoh is we see so many customers, we build up so much experience, and that's not that, you know, that we therefore the customers are competing more with each other, but it's really helping them moving their business forward, which I think is really valuable for everybody, because on the end of the day, we want to grow print volume, and this really helps our customers to grow their print volume.
And maybe that extends to the partnership. It's not just between you and your customers, but sometimes also a little bit across the customers, right?
Exactly, exactly. So if you can help each other, make connectivities, and share knowledge and experience, you know, like Raphael mentioned before, you know, it's connecting companies. It's so interesting to learn from each other. And I think this is really a change in the market, that companies tend to be more open and be able to share knowledge. I think that's a very positive development in the market.
A question.
Yes.
And you will hate me for it, but I do it anyway. I'm just wondering, with all the abilities you have in the market, I guess that your budgets for the next coming years are double the past years, right?
Yes, well, that's definitely what is expected from us, is that we need to grow significantly.
Yeah.
And I think if you look at the digital print volume today, out of the total print volume, there's so much opportunity. So yeah, for me, it's really exciting times to really capture those opportunities with both our toner presses, our cut sheet inkjet, and our continuous feed inkjet presses.
And are you responsible for sales of everything, all the products, or is it mainly inkjet? Or
no, for all the products within the graphic arts market. So I'm only focused at the graphic arts market.
And in that job, I guess that you talk to a lot of your colleagues and dealers around Europe, so you get like a lot of information firsthand, right?
Yes.
So how is the market doing? Is there a crisis? Is there a recession, or are people still like investing?
I think I think the good companies definitely are investing. I think if you look at the analog printing, I think there's a huge decline in print volume. You see that everywhere. You hear it from the paint manufacturers, you hear it from the customers. I think that there's a big opportunity in digital. So every coin has two sides. There's a positive and there's a downside to it. We tend to really focus on the positive side and help our customers realizing those growth opportunities. But you need to embrace change. If you want to keep doing the same thing, then you're probably, you could be in difficult times.
Maybe, I was just thinking, and it's also a crazy story, but I was thinking that maybe the monks, back when Gutenberg came along, was really upset because they took away, basically he was disrupting the market, right?
Yeah.
They got out of work because new technology came on board, right?
Yeah, and new technology always can be a threat, could be an opportunity. So yeah, I think, but we like to focus on the positive things. So I think that, the opportunities are endless, I would say. So it's our creative thinking, trying to create new business models, new applications. I think there are a lot of opportunities out there.
And being at Realisé Print is a good starting point, because these guys seem to be on the forefront of technology, right?
They are. And not only on technology, but the way they do business, their whole online thinking, how they present themselves online. So keep in mind, they don't, their primary business is online. and I think they're doing an excellent job, and I think that is really, yeah, where we can all learn from.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.